Hi there. Hope you've had a great day and thank you for actually clicking and watching this video. So, thank you very much for hearing me out. I just want to share a story and then we can go into why indeed I am sharing this story. So, back in 2003, I used to be part of a running group, and we basically ran different races all together. Every Saturday, we'd work out and we'd train, and then we also had a coach. She was very meticulous. She gave us all a schedule, and we were basically one unit, one community. Everything was going well. And then we all decided that we were going to partake in the New York Marathon, and we had done the lottery, and most of us, pretty much got in, so we were all ready to go. Now, as time had gone on, I had basically followed the schedule. I met up with the coach and everything. I was running with my running partner, and then I believe there was just a point that I just got really disgruntled with my coach. I can't recall what it was. I do not know what it was, but I guess I let my ego get ahead of me, and I decided, forget her, screw this. I'm just gonna train on my own the last few weeks. I'm just gonna do it on my own. I'm not gonna come to the training sessions. I'm gonna do everything on my own. So what I did was I booked the flight on my own. I booked the hotel, and I made sure that I wasn't going to be with the group at all. That I was going to do this on my own. So then, when the day of the marathon came, I went out. We were on Staten Island. I was conversing with a bunch of people. It was super hot, so I just peeled off a lot of my clothes that I was wearing because it was cold in the morning. And off we went. Now, I don't know if you know anything about the New York Marathon. It's probably one of the most exciting ones there are. The streets are just lined with crowds of people, and they are just cheering you on. And when you go out there and you run, you feel like you're a superstar, and you're just hearing all these people cheering you. And it just obviously you actually feel like you feel invincible, basically. So of course, I let that get to my head. And what I did was, one of the cardinal mistakes with marathon running is I decided to run at full tilt. And I think by the time I got to the 15K mark, I burnt out. The second mistake I made, and I guess I must have done this out of spite because it was all against what my coach was telling us not to do. I drank too much Gatorade because, of course, naturally, when you're doing it, you just do a little bit of sips every hour, but you're not supposed to obviously gulp it. But I gulped it, and of course, with me moving and it was hot, I felt really sick to my stomach. And as I was running, I was zigzagging. It looked like that I was drunk, but I kept on dragging myself forward because I could not go home empty-handed. That would be a big strike against my ego, of course. So I believe a bystander ran up to me. He was talking to me. He said, "It's not worth it." He was telling me to get off the course. I kept saying, "No, no, no, I can't get home without my medal." So what happened was, he got a security guard. The security guard actually escorted me off the course, took me to where the first aid tent was, and which were a bunch of people that were there that was also suffering. I recall sitting on a chair. I felt miserable, mad at myself, of course, and I just puked on Gatorade on the pavement. So it was not a good sight. And then as I was sitting down, I saw all the runners running by. And as this was going on, what they were doing is they were gathering us up, and they were kind of basically getting us onto this bus, the school bus that would have taken us back to the finish line. While that was happening, I saw in the crowd, like in the group of people that were running along, I saw my team. I saw my runners. I saw the people that I ran with the past 2 years. And when I saw them, they were also hurting. And I immediately escaped and ran up to them. We saw each other. We gave ourselves hugs. And then we both were determined. All of us were basically determined to get to this finish line. And then at the end, of course, that had occurred. It occurred many hours later than we wanted, but we all ended up with our medals. We all got fed, although I wasn't, in good sorts. But at the end, we achieved our goal, and we could only do it together. So this is a very powerful statement about project management or any type of management where it's really important to build that team cohesion. And it's also very important to also set aside those personalities, set aside those differences, and ultimately, knowing that we all have our bumps with our egos, but we really have to set our eyes on the prize to move forward and be successful. So I hope you enjoyed the story. I always enjoy telling it. I'm probably going to tell it till I'm gray, obviously. And it was definitely a good lesson to learn. So I hope that resonated with you, and to learn to always ensure that the team works together. Anyways, have a good day. Take care.